Hello, History 1302 students. The other day we were working on the story map project in the computer lab, and I promised you then that I would put together a short tutorial so that you had that a resource for the same things we were doing there. So let's go ahead and get started on that right now. First thing I wanted to point out or remind you of is that everything you need is found under Module 11. Right, so we can click down to Module 11 on the Blackboard site, and there we find the Digital History Assignment folder. In the History Assignment folder, you find the sign-in sheet, you find the link to the Story Map site, and you find, most importantly, the detailed instructions for the Story Map project. Remember what I said, when you're dividing up the assignments among fellow students, among group members, make sure somebody is in charge of quality control. Okay, that means that person will continually refer back to the instructions to make sure that everything is, all the requirements are being met. You don't want to throw points away by not following the instructions. So let's get started on reviewing how to put these maps together, and let's click the link here to the Story Map site. Opening up the Story Map site here, we will want to log in with your Google account ID. Log in with your Google account, the accounts that you had set up the other day. We're going to create, I'm already logged in so I don't have to do that. I'm going to create a new project. We're going to call this one History 1302 Example. Okay. And we're going to get started putting together our story map. Okay, this is the first page. This is the sort of title page. So the first thing we want to do is title our project. Remember the other day I had used as an example the hunt for Pancho Villa. I'll do the same now. I want to upload an image, so I'm going to choose a file. I put together a number of images under one folder. I'm going to select one and upload that image. Okay, it says upload again here. It's uploading, I'm sure. Okay, another thing that I want to do is give a explanatory text. Start to fill in these text boxes. It's under these text boxes where you'll put your student created text. Remember, I said I wanted at least 2 pages worth, 600 words of student created text explaining the story that you're presenting here. I had gone ahead and put together some text so I can just cut and paste it for simplicity's sake for this example. Here we go. Mine is the story of General Blackjack Pershing. Right? I had uploaded an image. Oh, going back to the image, when I put up the image there, I'll also want to include a caption. What's the picture about? So I've again also gone ahead and put together that caption already. It's also good to include a credit where you got the picture from. That way we know if these are coming from legitimate sites. Okay, now you can always preview with these 2 buttons up here. You can toggle back and forth between edit mode, where we're at now, and preview to see how things are coming together. If I select preview, I can see if this map, if the picture uploaded, and it did. There it is. I also have the caption, the title, the text. Okay, so I'm getting started there. Now I'm going to toggle back to exit, and I am going to move on to adding the first slide. Okay, now that I'm at the first slide, this is where I'm going to start to use the mapping feature. So the first thing I want to do is locate a site on the map. I'm going to start my story in Columbus, New Mexico, where Pancho Villa carried out the Columbus raid. And the way that I do that is very simple. I just type in the name of the city, Columbus, not Ohio, not Georgia, but New Mexico. Make sure you get the right location. Okay, now I'm starting in Columbus, New Mexico. And the headline here that I'm going to use is Via attacks Columbus. This, of course, is the impetus for the Pershing's punitive expedition. I'm going to also look for some of my explanatory text there, my student-created text. All right, on March 6, 1916, Pancho Villa led an assault on the tiny town of Columbus, New Mexico. I will also include a photograph. I have a photograph of an image that I want to put here, an image that I got from one of the suggested sites for primary source documents, an image of a newspaper article that talks about this invasion. I'm going to include that, and I am going to include as well a caption and a credit for the photo. Caption, credit, I got this picture from Library of Congress. I got it from the Library of Congress website that is recommended in the instructions as one of those sites where you can get the primary sources. See, again, you consult the instructions, and here you have these suggestions for sites. Here, this is the Library of Congress site where you'll find all sorts of interesting images. Okay. Oops, Library of Congress. Okay, so here we are. We've got an image, we've got a location on our map. Now, remember that one of the requirements is that you must link to a historical document, a primary source document, a document of the era. In this case, this newspaper article counts as a primary source document. What I'm going to do is highlight some of the text that deals with that, with this newspaper. Let's see, Villa led an assault on the tiny town of Columbus. Let's see, Pancho Villa, I'm just going to highlight this part. Pancho Villa led an assault on the tiny town of Columbus, New Mexico. I'm going to hyperlink to that phrase, and I do so by highlighting the phrase and then by selecting this insert link, this chain link icon there. Okay, and now I'm going back to this area where I had copied this link, let's see, here you go. This is the link to the actual paper at the website, the Library of Congress website. I'm going to add that link here, insert link, and this will allow us not to have just this image, but to actually go to the Library of Congress site and look at the paper in detail, read the articles in the paper. Okay, so that's an example of that. Let's move on to the next slide. As I'm making a much shortened version, this is just an example. I'm going to take us to, let's say, the Alamo, Texas. Okay, the Alamo in San Antonio, and that is in Alamo Plaza, San Antonio. Okay, I'm going to include an image of the Alamo. I forgot to collect an image of the Alamo, so I'm just going to Google one for now, for the sake of our example. Alamo image. That looks like a nice picture of the image. Oh, but it's much too large. I don't want to include pictures that large. I just want to include a small picture of the Alamo. This one is smaller. This is better. Well, this one's prettier, though. Let me include this one here. I'm going to view this image. I know that you guys know how to do this sort of thing. I'm just going to save my image. Maybe I'll just save it here. Where was it? There we go. Save it there. It takes all sorts of images. Again, the important part is just to make sure that the images are around 500 by 500. Don't take anything over 1,000. It'll slow things down too much. I'm going to look for my image now. Where'd the Alamo go? There it is. I will upload it. And again, for the sake of this example, I'm saying Hunt moves to the Alamo. Now, this is not true. Pershing did not actually go to the Alamo, but I'm saying so here just the same. Okay. Well, this is an image of the Alamo, of course. The Alamo in San Antonio. I'm not going to include a credit there since I don't know where I got it from. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, but I am going to link here to a video. All right, he went to the Alamo. I'm going to link to a video just to show that, you know, the different things you can do. You're required to include in the bibliography, remember, a reference to a scholarly journal and also to primary sources. But for the sake of making this, expanding this and making it more interesting, it's perfectly fine to link to YouTube videos and that sort of thing, even to Wikipedia articles. If you wanted to link to Wikipedia on San Antonio, show people information on San Antonio, that's fine. Here I'm going to link to a YouTube video. A YouTube video, the address for which I had saved here. And there it is. I'm going to include it there. Okay, insert link. Now I have a link to a YouTube video. Okay, so this will do for the example. This is enough for what you have to do for this assignment. So, one more thing I should say though. Well, I'll tell you that after we look at the video. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Let's go back to the title page. Let's look at preview here. Okay. Now we have the Hunt for Pancho Villa. We've got an image loaded. We're starting there in, well, this is just the entirety of the map shown here. But we see the explanatory text here, what it's about. We'd click the Start Exploring button, and then we would move to the first place. Villa attacks Columbus. I have an image there from a paper, a historical document, and here I have the hyperlink to the actual paper so I can see it in more detail. I can zoom in, I can read information here on this article. So, see, that's a sort of a handy little feature of this program. Okay, so that was neat, and now we move on to the next slide. We move to San Antonio on our map. The Alamo, the Hunt goes to the Alamo. Talk a little bit about the Alamo there, why we're presenting this map. Here I can hyperlink to a YouTube video. Let's take a look at that.
Hey kid, what's your name?
I can't remember.
Where you from?
I can't remember.
Can't you remember anything?
I remember the Alamo.
I don't know if any of you are familiar with Pee Wee Herman, but back in the day, he used to crack me up. Okay, so with that, your map is done. In your map, of course, you're going to have a minimum of 5 slides, or you can put more, as many as you need to tell your story. But the final and very important step is to click Share here, so you can send me a shareable link. You're going to click Share. That will give you a link. You will copy that link here, cut and paste that link into an email to me, send me that email, and when I receive the link, I will send you back a confirmation that I have received the link, and that is when your assignment is complete. And then you show up on the week of the 28th. That's when we, as soon as after the break, that's when we start looking at these. You show up then with your 2 papers that are in the instructions, your process paper and the annotated bibliography. Okay? But it's important that when you copy and paste this link and send it to me, only consider it sent when I respond to you saying that I received it. Okay? So with that, have a good one, and we will see you soon. Take care.